Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Danganronpa, where we are still investigating the last murder, whom we're still not sure who was killed, or if Kyoko is still alive, though I have high hopes. Let's see what Byakuya has to say. Hurry up and check the locker. I mean, sure. That's what we're here for after all. Great. Alright, let's get on with it then. Yeah, there's those little wooden thingies you can see in numbers 1 through 5. Wish that had clicked with me, but at least Byakuya was there to tell us what this thing was. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
Yeah, that's where the key should go, ostensibly. You understand what that means, right? That I should stick it in the keyhole. I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock. And the locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened, just like a lover's arms. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. Okay, I mean, that's understandable. There's an archery range. What's in the bottom there, though? They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are, and incredibly light. Titanium is also an incredibly hard to work with metal, so these arrows are tremendously expensive. It's also very rare. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks? Okay, that's weird. Why are arrows being added? Are they saying that that person is actually killed by an arrow and everything else is window dressing? Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain? It appears to be.
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. Okay. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. Interesting. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Well, she's not the victim. Right? She put the key back in. How did she get back into the room? Does Monokuma's key open our rooms too? That would make sense. Then she doesn't care to give up her key to Byakuya because she can just go wherever she wants anyway. So, she is still alive. She either committed this murder or found the body before we did and has already done her investigation. That's why she put the key back in her room?
Why?
Or perhaps Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Yes, we do. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? I would imagine the secret little room, well, not secret, but the back room in the library has something about it. Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Thanks for the teleportation again. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Okay, so just talk to him.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. I mean, depends. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. Although, I think he's right if he's talking about Japanese culture. I think English is their second language of choice. Though I could be wrong. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Yeah, sure you do. Why don't you expect in one hand and defecate in the other, and we'll see which one fills up the fastest, huh? 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Everything he does is extreme, Makoto. No use being surprised now. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Well, I don't care how elite they are. That's ridiculous. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group are all neutralized. Really? Well, obviously Mukuro was not neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. If they're so elite and worth so many fighting people, how did anyone manage to neutralize them? Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. In such a scenario is what they've described, that seems more likely to me as well.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Yeah, for some of us maybe. Not me. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Well, maybe it'll give us the complete background and I won't have to go and re-look it up to satisfy my curiosity again, because I can't remember it all. I know, as I said, that it's Norse. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? Yes. To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Like their right hand? What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean? Yes. Thank you for the confirmation. Though, oh. We are done.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
I don't know why, but I really expected that we would be going back to look at the body to see the tattoo after we found that, but no matter, I suppose. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Kyoko, where are you? I'm about 90% certain that that is not Kyoko dead up there, so where is she? So few of us here. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. I know, it's not my choice. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Does Toko seem like a girl that would be into yaoi? I don't know.
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second, and Kyoko's not here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's a member of Fenrir? Also, or maybe she's Mukuro Ikasaba? I guess we just continue and find out what the dealio is. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. That is unusual for this. And then 5 minutes became 10. Is something going on again that he wants us to explore and find something else? What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? Right. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... Or what?
What?
Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? I don't think you're going to get it, Byakuya. I think you could really care less about who you are. What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Explain. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Okay, so we're waiting for Kyoko. Gotcha. What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. I mean, I suppose he could be talking about Mukuro Ikasaba if that really is Kyoko dead up there, but we've never had to have Mukuro at these trials before, so it seems weird that we should have to now. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? I vote no, if I have a vote. If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. I'm going to assume this is Kyoko. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. Fingers crossed, come on now. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
Ha-ha! Huzzah! I'm here. and no rules been broken. Kyoko? So glad to see you. Kyoko, you're still alive! No, it's a ghost! Maybe we should recruit a Scooby-Doo for Hero here. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But, is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late? You want someone else to die? Because that's the only punishment, Byakuya. That's the only punishment that Monokuma seems to dish out.
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. And this may lead to a new regulation in the handbook, which is sad. You're right, there's no penalty. Officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. Shing! No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. That sounds scary. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God! I'm so glad you're okay! Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Well, I know that all the rest of you have been investigating under the assumption that Kyoko was the deceased, but I have not. So it's going to be okay. And ostensibly, due to the things we found in her room, she has done some investigating herself. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. That's not what he's saying, Hero. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Thank you. I want to talk to her too. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Ooh! And what did you find? The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Cool, so one of our assumptions or theories was at least correct. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. Then, what happened? How did the bloody duct tape end up in the locker with the key in your room?
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Really? But you've seen the body, right? How else would the duct tape end up in the locker and the key in your room? Unless Byakuya had something to do with it? Since he's the only other person who had the key to your room? Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? Something seems fishy here. So that's why you were late?
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? I was figuring it went to everything.
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. Is the secret tool different from the Monokuma key? What? Okay, so that added more questions than it gave answers.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Indeed.
Goodbye.
Maybe she did kill Mukuro. And she has to try to prove self-defense? I wonder if that's even a defense that can get her out of punishment. Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? I don't know. Apparently I'm overthinking it too. Well, let's head down. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
This is the weirdest decoration we've seen down here. By far. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. In all reality, unless I'm misjudging the passage of time, it's been about 3 to 4 days. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Please. Alright. I don't think we actually got any extra skills this time, though we got a couple of points. Cool and composed. We can equip that. I think it's not necessary. I think we have something else that, yeah, completely steadies your aim. If it's the only thing to equip, though, we would definitely will. And this seems to be the case, so might as well equip this. Oh, it won't let us because we've got the other one that completely steadies our aim? Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. We are done.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
So the trial is about to begin. And even though this is a lot shorter than our previous episodes, we are going to cut it here because I want to begin the class trial proper with a video all to itself. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like below. It really does help tremendously. And hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.
Danganronpa.